What's going on with y'all? Good evening. I hope all is well with everybody. I hope everybody is safe, feeling good, feeling positive. I guess based on this particular subject matter, those words really shouldn't mean anything to some of you who feel like some of the information that is being brought to you, whether it's YouTube, social media, or a family member or whatever the case, some of you feel like when it comes to dealing with words and their definitions and their meanings and how they apply today, you feel like it is a word game. And my argument to that, before I go in, is if it's a word game, and these are words that are used on a daily basis by common folk, then me just wishing you a positive evening and having a great day and all of this stuff, it means fucking nothing. It means nothing. So what we're looking at here on this screen is we are looking at definition for semantics. This is coming from the American Heritage Dictionary of the English Language, 5th edition, as you can see at the top of this. See, me, I'm about, when I provide information to people, I really don't care for this memeology age and this conjecture to where somebody would take a picture of Mike Tyson with the flag, the Moroccan flag, and they're swearing up and down Mike Tyson knows that he's a Moor, but really when you see him, he's calling himself black still. Things of that nature. I don't like conjecture at all. So here you have it, the source of the information that I'm giving you, and I'm sure you can find this in other places as well. So as we can see, semantics is the study or science of meaning in language. Sorry, I had to screenshot that and that thing was there. So semantics, contrary to popular belief and how people like to use it in arguments when people are presenting information, contrary to popular belief, semantics is not a game. It's a study, a science. Science is a knowledge of meaning in language. So that's why I said if semantics is nothing but meaningless word games, or if it's just a word game period, then you may want to get off of the bench. You may want to get off the bench and start playing some semantics, right? Then we have it is the competence, not incompetence. It is the competence of a speaker with regard to the interpretation of the meaning of linguistic structures. Nothing about a word game. Let's keep going. The study of relationships between signs and symbols and what they represent. The meaning or the interpretation of a word, sentence, or other language form. This is what semantics is defined as. This is from a scholarly source, right? This is coming directly from a scholarly source. So this is nothing that should or even would be argued by anybody. Now, another reason why I say semantics is not a simple word game that people are utilizing to get over, it's just not something simple, a word game, and people are using words to make themselves feel good and to create some type of narrative, is the fact that if these words didn't matter, if they held no importance in society or in the world today, speaking specifically to the plight of so-called, again, I say so-called black people, if these words didn't matter, then why did they remove your national descent name? Why were you stripped of your national descent name? Why were you stripped of your nationality? And then why, when they stripped you of your national descent name, your nationality, all those things that are attached to that thereof, why did they go and create new words to place on you and then create legislation around those words? Ask yourselves that. If the words have no meaning in society and in our reality whatsoever, and a lot of our brothers and sisters, believe that they're from Africa, and I'm not knocking that. A lot of our brothers and sisters believe they're from America, whatever the case may be. Before you went into so-called slavery, all right, you had a national descent name, a nationality, a government, a language, a religion. If these words have no meaning, why did the colonizer come and strip you of your national descent name, your nationality, your so-called religion, your national language, your national gods, your teachings, place new words on you, and then create legislation around those words? These are questions that I have to ask my so-called brothers and sisters that play these word games when you're running around calling yourself Negro, Black, African American, things of this nature. I have to ask you that. Because what you don't comprehend is that if you're not playing semantics, somebody is, and they're beating you over your head with the semantic stick. They're shooting you they're killing you in the streets because of semantics, which goes back to the fact that they stripped you of your free national name, your national descent name, put some other names on you, and wrote laws, policies, codes, and statutes all around these names that you identify as today. If words mean nothing, why is it when laws are created that they actually give you a definition of the word or the subject near the law so you can find it, so you can see what they mean? If these words mean nothing, why are there dictionaries? Because we definitely don't want to say that I have a pet cat at the house and it's a blue-nosed pit bull. We definitely wouldn't want to say that, would we? We wouldn't want to say I have a blue-nosed pit bull at the house, and then when somebody comes over, it's a damn tabby cat with an M on his head and some stripes on his back. Fat, stripedy back ass tabby cat. If words have no importance. If this is all a game. And this comes back to when you have brothers and sisters who are on these platforms, because they can't get you to gather up as a whole in one place. So when they're utilizing these platforms to tell you that you're not black, and your response is that this is a word game or it's semantics, and we need to come together and do this and do that, there's an issue there. There's no way that you should be arguing with these brothers and sisters, because semantics has been kicking your ass. It's just as simple as that. These are not games. These are not games. If it wasn't that serious, hey, give me my national descent name back. I need my free national name. I need all of that stuff back. And then by me doing that, even though y'all have all these rules, policies, and codes for this group of people that you've branded black, that no longer is going to be applying to me, because I have a national descent name, and me and my people are in the process of governing our own affairs, and we're oiling the wheel of what we have of our own, because there's no need of recreating the wheel. It's there. You just got to oil it, knock off some rust. If semantics is a word game, I suggest that you start fucking playing. Grab the ball, work on your dribble, work on your 3-point shot, because semantics is what is used in the court of law. They have a definition for the words that they use in the court of law. They have a definition for the word person. They have a definition for the word statute. They have a definition for the word contract. And there are rules that apply to these particular things. So before I get out of here, because I don't want to keep dragging this on. I'm going to ask one more time for those in the back of the room that want to keep playing and having emotional and psychological nutcase attachments to colonizers' names. If the words are not important, why did they change you from your national descent name that attached you to a people and a land and a language and a government? Why did they change your free national name, put new names on you, and then create policies, codes, and so-called laws for those people that carry those names? You got the Negro Act. Have y'all looked up the Negro Act? Who's the Negro Act for, if not Negroes, those who have been branded as Negroes? Who are the Christian black codes for, if not for those who have been branded as black? So I ask you one more time while you're sitting there playing with your emotional and psychological nutcase attachments to colonizer names that have been placed on you, whether you feel you're from Africa, which you could be Aboriginal and indigenous to the Africa, or you feel that you're Aboriginal and indigenous to the Americas. Why did they change your national descent name and give you another name and then create laws, policies, and codes around it? Who do you think that you are talking to? Who do you think that you are fooling? And I notice that when certain brothers and sisters are giving y'all this information, y'all pick and choose who y'all want to go argue with on these subject matters, because you know that they cannot properly communicate the information. Because I'm saying some of the same stuff, and I sure never see any of y'all on my posts with none of those arguments whatsoever at all. Because I'm not going to go back and forth with nobody on a post. If you have a question about this, we're going to get on the line and we're going to deal with scholarly sources. And then after I get off the phone with you, if these scholarly sources are not good, if the Webster's dictionary that you are using to write your book reports in 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade are not good, if words, the 8 parts of speech, adjectives, nouns, pronoun, all of that stuff is not any good, then you are playing, you're not serious about this, and when anybody is presenting this information, the only thing that you can do is just hashtag STFU. You got all this information on these African people. You know all about Africa. You done African history. Do you know about the Ashanti? You know about the Yoruba? You know about the Kwahu tribes? You know about all these tribes, but yet you still don't identify with none of that. Y'all African, right? Where's your African national descent name? So since you're going to use the excuse, we've been in slavery for so long, nobody knows, we're just going to stick with this colonizer's name, and this is who we are, and this is who we're going to go to and this is who we're going to take ourselves to be and present ourselves to the civilized world as. Still ignoring, still not realizing that this black shit that y'all keep fucking playing with. See, I said I was going to be done. This African-American shit that y'all keep playing with. This people of colored shit that y'all keep fucking playing with. That they gave you them names after they stripped you of your national descent name, your free national name, and then wrote policies, codes, and laws and statutes around that shit. So you keep playing. But don't come and argue with us about us dropping facts. When we're talking about the language of law and you want to bring up history. And if you bringing up history and you ain't bringing up the law with it, or you're bringing up law and you ain't bringing up the history with it, then you ain't got enough ingredients to make a fucking cake. So, if semantics is a word game, I suggest you get the fuck off the bench, work on your dribbling, work on your layup, your 3-point shot, work on your curved ball, Huh? Work on stealing bases? Huh? Whatever you need to do, but you need to start playing the game because you're fucking losing. Period. I'm up out of here. Peace and love. I really do hope y'all have a great evening.